And, Coach, we find ourselves due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. A few minutes ago, it sounded like the 4th of July on the National Mall as the hometown Redskins were introduced to this sold-out crowd. They are set to go as their guys will match up with the New York Jets. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. He had a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
Let's go! At their own 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, pick it up, defense.
Now the second year back from LSU, it's Darius Geis. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down, and Thomas has it. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
3. Pick it up. Shift.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 11-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. 56, Mike, 56, right there. I'm coming after you. 56 to Mike, boys, 56. Check, 56.
Play fake, Mariota. Got a man, it's Brashad Perriman. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
1st down, New York.
56 is the Mike. Watch QB drop. Kill. Show me that.
This will be a jet sweep to Crowder. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but it definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
On 2nd down, it's Bell, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
3. Mike's 56. Check. Check 4. Check 99.
On 3rd down, Mariota. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
That one covers 29 yards. First down. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. On play action, Haskins. That's going to be caught. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Geis, they'll try to run it. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
You got tight. You got tight right there.
A carry for Bryce Love, the 4th rounder from Stanford. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Bryce Love, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. That's where Crowder makes his hay in the slot. Jets hoping to see more of that going forward. He signed with them in March after the last 4 seasons being in Washington. Had 3 pretty good years, then sort of tailed off last season due in large part to an ankle injury. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Y'all not ready.
Check 50, check 50. Check! Watch the ship.
One.
Watch the ship, watch the ship.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Mariota. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football.
Let's go.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
16 yards. First down, New York.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's Brown trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, That's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. On 2nd and 11 now. Mariota caught here by Bell. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Right there, 54 Mike.
Watch the out. Watch the out.
Out of the gun, Geis. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Set, hut, 70 ending. Mike 54.
Watch the screen.
On 1st down, this is Geis. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a 1st? So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Haskins. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Now a run with Geis, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Off to Geis on the screen. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Let's go, baby.
A Redskin 1st down. The pickup 15 yards.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Love. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep.
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
I'm letting you know right now.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller, and he will score. Touchdown, Washington.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Plays to win. Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here.
And that's going to be intercepted. Landon Collins, the Pro Bowl safety. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next year?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change.
And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable. And there's 2 schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career.
They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
Complete to Le'Veon Bell. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
So we've reached halftime here in D.C. in our nation's capital with a home team, the Redskins, on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
down. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing is Mariota. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Now Mariota escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down.
And the Jets first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Drop deep, drop deep. 58's the mic. 58's the mic. Rabbit, rabbit. 3. Under 10. 10.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
On the ground, it's Geis. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Looking to throw, Haskins.
Give me some. Give me some.
That one caught by Gibson. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards, the final tally.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Play action. Haskins looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Steven Sims, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go, let's go.
At their own 24-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
56.
On 2nd and 15 now. Mariota. Throw complete to Herndon. A gain there of 21 yards.
Let's go.
By the end of last year, Herndon had solidified himself as the primary tight end for New York. And overall, second leading receiver in 2018 on the team behind Robbie Anderson. In fact, his 39 catches, most among rookie tight ends, is nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Reuben Foster, the former national champion at Alabama, gets in for the sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. Another try after the first down sack. Mariota, and he's going to go down again. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
High 7, let's go.
Mike 56. Mike 56.
Third and long here for Mariota. And he will find his man on the outside. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Redskins scoop it. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. We were down there. That message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
They'll go again with Bell. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
From the gun, Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Redskins will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Watch the pass.
They'll try to get this running game going with Geis. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. This is Geis. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to
22, jet, bomber. 22, jet, bomber. Ready.
Second down and goal. Haskins to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, but now it's third and goal.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, his fifth touchdown now on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point good by Hopkins, and the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
That one goes for 30 yards. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it first and 10. Mariota now from the 50. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Mariota again. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 32-yard line. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They come up first and 10 at the 16. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Brian Kerrigan in on the tackle. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
The Jets on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Now Mariota. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
First and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
Hey, pick your game up. Rush in. Rush in.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are able to get a score back. And, oh, it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken short. They juked him. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy. We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number one.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, 79 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the three phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter.
The Jets take over first
Come on
and
now,
10
let's go.
at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Slam, slam, slam.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Another carry, same story. Fourth quarter, and he is in red numbers right now with a running game.
Hard to believe because you figure at some point you break off a run. But in this case, what we're seeing is just pure domination by the defense. I think it started with the scouting report. They got into what they were doing offensively, into their mindset, and now they're beating them to the punch on every snap.
10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. To throw Mariota, and that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt. The Jets on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
To Mike.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. And that will be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Now it's Haskins. Haskins hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now it's Crowder. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And we have reached the 2-minute warning.
At the 50-yard line.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd and 10, Mariota being chased out left. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
58's the mic, 58's the mic.
Throwing, Mariota. That's complete. It's Bell. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Mariota now to throw on first down. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed, I did, my good man. Up to the line, Mariota. His guys will go for 2 here.
58's the mic, 58.
To the air again, Mariota. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Pro Bowler C.J. Mosley, the Ravens' leading tackler last year, up to make the stop. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. It's Geis on the counter. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Let's go, baby.
Today's final score, Redskins 48.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything